back to my days in the cutting room, along came magnetic recording. You'd hold a strip of film and you can't see anything on it. But in fact, if you run it through a sensing head, it produced dialogue or whatever it was that had been recording on it. And I just stared in wonderment because there was a recording on it that I couldn't see, but it was apparently possible to wipe that recording and then record something else on the same piece of film. Well, of course, this was very, very exciting, and that was what led me to think, well, our brains work on electrical impulses, so theoretically it should be possible to record somebody's brain pulses and then transfer them to another person's brain, so enabling Joe 90 to become anything from a fighter pilot to a surgeon or whatever, which enabled for him to spy on behalf of our country. Always good against evil, don't forget.
Over here, Coletti.
Stanley Unwin did the Secret Service, and again it was the problem that we couldn't make the puppets walk, and I came up with the idea of getting Stanley Unwin to do all the walking shots and driving shots in this Model T Ford that he had.
Matthew, I'm afraid I may be slightly delayed. Perfect.
I wish I could copy Stanley Unwin. See, what he did was very, very difficult, very, very clever. He would talk a load of nonsense. You weren't able to understand a word he was saying, except that as he spoke, with his hands, with his gestures, it really looked as if he was saying something sensible, but you couldn't understand a word of it. And so I thought it would be a great idea if I cast him in the role of a secret agent.
Did you realise, sir, that you were exceeding the speed limit?
I'm afraid I didn't, officer.
Well, you will be reported for the question to be considered of prosecuting you for exceeding the speed limit.
Quite so.
And if he ever got into a difficult spot, say the police would stop him, he would talk to them in his Unwinese.
Write your scribbly in your bookery. All uttery words, speed of your pencil load must deceive my eyeball.
And of course that would fox the police totally. They had to be polite. They would say, sorry, I didn't quite get that because they're writing it down. Oh, he says, I'll repeat that.
I didn't quite catch that, sir.
Ah, Partlow, I'll explain to you. Now, Matthew, my gardener, is deep joy with green fingers in the garbage, you understand?
I see.
Yes. Well, now, we've got this urgent mission for the bishop, and you understand for the bishop of that?
Right.
You do?
But as I showed Lou all the films I made as soon as they were finished. And as soon as Stanley Unwin went into his gobbledygook,
Engie bold.
Lou jumped up, shouted to the projectionist, cut, 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 stop, stop, put the lights up.
Right.
Now, this is a causing a vibrail in his eardrums, it might crash you for lollipop.
And he said, cancel the show, Gerry. Just finish off the first 13. And I said, why? He said, well, people will never understand him in America. And I said, but Lou, that's the whole point. They're not supposed to understand. Never. And that was the end of that one.